Hello, I'm Richard Hasnot, and I'm your host for the Wisdom Inspired Life podcast and this YouTube channel. Great to have you back. As you may have figured out, I'm on a mission to try and help people that are interested in living more of a wisdom inspired life to have the free resources that can help them do this. And that's exactly what this channel is about. And speaking of helping, you can help me if you will subscribe to this channel, because it benefits those who are looking for resources like this, and they will find them faster with the more people that subscribe on this YouTube channel. So thank you in advance for your help. Always try and showcase a couple of our, or at least one of our playlists. There's the Advanced Wisdom playlist that you may want to check out. As the title suggests, it's some of the most advanced insights and understandings available on the channel. So check it out. This particular episode is part of the Ageless Wisdom series and Ageless Wisdom playlist. The Ageless Wisdom is actually 24 volumes of the highest esoteric wisdom from an enlightened Tibetan master, Zhao Kul, who's currently part of the spiritual hierarchy for this planet. And he transmitted these 24 volumes and 10,000 plus pages via mental telepathy to Alice Bailey, an American who at various times lived in near Monterey, California. There is a book, a compendium volume put together titled Ponder on This, that kind of collects key quotes on a wide array of topics that I'm using for this particular series, and it's available on Amazon last I checked, although there were very few copies left. So, enough background, let's get into today's topic, which is spiritual diet. You probably have not read much about this, but it does become important, okay? But let's start at the beginning. Quoting, "No set diet could be entirely correct for a group of people on different rays. Different rays speak to different energy makeups, of different temperaments and equipment, and at various ages. Individuals are, every one of them, unlike on some points. They require to find out what it is that they as individuals need, in what manner their bodily requirements can best be met, and by what type of substances can enable them to best serve. Each person must find this out for himself." Okay? So, in the beginning, a lot of flexibility is the guidance. The Ageless Wisdom talks a little bit about eye development, which may seem unusual, but I'll try and explain why, I think, here. Quoting, "The development of the physical eye is a thing which is proceeding under the law." The law is conducted by the spiritual hierarchy. "And inevitably, the whole race of men and women will at length attain the dual focus, which will enable man to see both the dense and the etheric forms. At this stage, his inability to do so is largely due to a lack of pranic vitality, energy vitality of a certain kind. This is mainly the result of wrong conditions of living and the misuse of food." Okay? So it talks about here that we will eventually be able to see both the dense and the etheric forms. And there are people on the planet today that are actually living proof of that. Probably the one that I admire the most is Barbara Brennan, and she has a Barbara Brennan School of Healing. I think she's down in Boca Raton, Florida, and she has a couple of books, Hands of Light and Light Emerging, in which she, as a former NASA physicist, can actually see the physical and the etheric body with her eyes, and has the ability to train others, especially physicians, to see that as an aid to diagnosing. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out. Now, once you become pretty advanced along the spiritual path and want to become a disciple, and the next episode will address that a bit more, the rules change. Quoting, "Each disciple should be strictly vegetarian. The lower nature becomes clogged and heavy, and the inner blaze, energy, cannot shine forth when meat is included in the diet. This is a drastic rule for applicants and may not be violated. Aspirants can choose to eat meat or not as they prefer, but at a certain stage upon the path, it is essential that all meat eating of every kind be stopped. and the strictest attention must be paid to diet. A disciple must confine himself to vegetables, grains, fruits, and nuts. Only thus can he build the type of physical body which can stand the entry of the real man who has stood on the shoulder of bodies before the great initiator. Okay? So 2 slides ago, it was kind of like, a lot of diets for different kinds of people. But once you get pretty advanced along the spiritual path, the rules for that change, primarily because of the impact they have on your energy. And that's exactly where I am at the moment. I've described myself until about now that I've been a pescatarian, which is a vegetarian who eats seafood. And I'm now moving to a strictly vegetarian diet. It should be noted that the advice here provided in the Ageless Wisdom is also provided, the exact same advice is provided by Paramahansa Yogananda, founder of the Self-Realization Fellowship, in many of the books that he has also published. So it's pretty clear that if you're along the spiritual path, you need to be able to get your energy profile based on the food that you're putting in, conducive to proceeding further along on that journey. And if you want to know more, you can always go to mywisdominspiredlife.com. As you know, I'm on a journey to try and help people live more of a wisdom-inspired life. I greatly appreciate you being part of that journey today, and I look forward to continuing the journey with you.